Hi, it's Sandy Parker, and welcome to Crafting for Almost Everyone. Thanksgiving is almost upon us, and I thought it would be nice if I sent a thank you, no, not a thank you, a happy Thanksgiving card to my friends and family, and I wanted it to be something that I could send to all of my friends and family that are people that are closest to me. So what I wanted to do is, I thought instead of doing a card, I would do a postcard. So I started out by stamping 10 cards, or 10 5.5 wide by 4.25 inch tall cards with my postcard stamp, and you can buy those just about anywhere. You don't even need to buy them. You can just write postcard on the top and draw a line down the middle and draw address lines and make a little square for your postage. It's not a big deal. But then what I decided was, on the front, I took a stamp from Concord 9th set called Love You Mean It. It's this circle that says to think of you is to smile. And then from a set that I've been using a lot of, that I just bought, from Simon Says Stamp Thankful Heart, Happy Thanksgiving. And I liked the combination of those. But really the focal point of this postcard is going to be my peg stamps. And so what I did, the reason I have my MISTI out, I've already stamped all these, obviously, but what I did, I want to show you kind of the way I plan out something like this. My stamps are rolling, even though I have them in a thing. What I do is I stamp it with my stamps, and then I start playing with my design with colors and with stamps, and then by the time I've perfected what I like in it and what I don't like in it, then I'm ready to start. So at this point I've ruled out the red. It was too Christmassy. I ruled out this wood look because I thought it was too much, and I've kind of narrowed it down to the things I like. So this is kind of just my prototype and the one I was going to make my mistakes on, so that once I start, like now, I'm actually ready to make my postcards and I know what I want. So I'll get that out of our way and I'll pull out our postcards. And what I've pulled out for my stamps, if you've never seen this system of mine, it worked every time until this time, because this is the first time I've used these really big mammer jammers that don't fit really well in here, and that's what was rolling around, was these were falling out and rolling. But I normally use this ice cube tray that's star shaped to hold my stamps in, so I know exactly which ones I'm looking at. And the only stamps I chose in the end were the big pine cones, the big holly, these leaves, big berries, and small berries. So it's not like I chose a lot of different things, because I want this to be simple but pretty. My colors I'm going with are from Stampin Up. This is really Rust. You like my system? I write it on the sides. I could put a label, but that's work. And then Always Artichoke from Stampin Up, and Early Espresso from Stampin Up. So those are my three colors, and I keep those with the name pointing at me so I don't screw it up, because you know how it's easy to stick your stamper into the wrong one. If you've never seen peg stamps before, Lindsay the Frugal Crafter does a lot of videos with them. But if you've never seen them before, let me explain the concept. The stamp is on the bottom, but it has this line right here that tells you exactly where your point is. That would be like let's say it's a stem. This would be the bottom of the stem. So you always want to use that to line your stamp up with. And the thing that I love about this is, if I make a mistake stamping, I can almost always re-stamp if I don't move it, because if I use that line and keep that line so that I have really placed it in the spot I want it, I can usually re-stamp over it, and I really like that. I hope you try that if you have any of these, because I think it works pretty well. What I want to stamp first is my big leaf stamp, and it's, let's see, I'm gonna do this is, I'll tell you the names because I write them on the side. This is the large holly bough, and I thought I would do that in the Always Artichoke. And do you see where, I'm going to see if I can maybe zoom in closer for you. I'm going to start out, you see where these circles interlock with each other, I thought that would be a cool place to put my bough. So I'm using that little mark on my stamp pad, and I'm going to put it right there on that. And then I'm going to do the same right there. And then I'm going to put another one, but I'm going to turn this one so it's into the circle, like that. Same thing on this side. I'm turning it so it's into the circle. So the bottom ones I have pointing out, and the top ones I have pointing in. Then I'm going to use my leaf, and I'm using the leaf to kind of go around the outer edge close to the image, but still kind of sticking out just a little bit. I don't want it that when I didn't have my stamp close enough to my circle. I don't like it when I make that kind of mistake, because it's completely avoidable with that registration mark. I'm going to stamp that one that way. Okay. And now I'm talking to myself because I can. Now let's go to our pine cones, and we're doing those in the Early Espresso. And I want to do those, put one set right there. One set right there, and a set right there. Now I'm going to go into the Really Rust with my bigger berries. I got a big fur ball on that. That was nice. And I'm going to just put the berries. The berries I don't really care as far as lining them up. I just want to make sure I have berries strategically placed around the circle, because they're the thing that's going to give us the color that we're looking for. And you definitely need, you know, the color to make a difference. Okay. Then I'm going to use the little berries. I think I'm going to do a different color, maybe a dark gold. I think I'm going to try Hello Honey. Hello Honey. Talking to my dog. Hello Honey. I'm going to do the little circles in their little berries. I'm just going to kind of stick them just here and there for a little. They're just for the pop of color. They're not, you know, they're so little that you're not going to get a lot out of them, but what they do give you is just that little bit of color that you're saying to yourself, oh, that's so pretty. I'm not looking for this to be something that's going to fill the entire page. I just want to have a design that is simple, but kind of an elegant look, and not a lot of muss or fuss. And that's why these stamps, whoa, rolling. I know, Elizabeth, I didn't put it back. My friend Elizabeth always tells me that I really need to put those in the little holder when I'm not using them, and darn if I forget. I think that is all I want to do on that. I'm not sure, but right now I'm really happy with it. I think it's simple yet elegant. I think it sends a nice message. After I thought about it, I decided to use a distressing tool and just run a little bit of the Hello Honey around the outer edge of the postcard. I think it really brings it all together and makes the colors inside really pop more. I like this project. I hope my friends and family like them when they get them. I hope you like them too, and give this a thumbs up and subscribe. Please tell your friends about me on social media. I really appreciate that. And thanks so much for watching. And hey, have a happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.